All right, Aisha is back this time with Joy News Interactive proper.
Yeah, sure.
Welcome back once again.
Yeah, and it's proper because it's going to be very interesting. You know, the stress we went through for the elections.
I know, right? And there were some pictures I wanted to share with you. Unfortunately, we couldn't pull them up. But if those pictures would have, been pulled up, I would have, it would have told the story. I mean, the outfits. It turned out that the outfits we wore on the day were one big hit. And,
yeah, it was.
Over there at the Electoral Commission, everybody else was just in love with it.
Admiring it. That's true. That's true. And we felt proud, being associated with it. But of course, you know how to join this conversation. It's the sweetest conversation ever. And it's on facebook.com/joynewsOnTV. On Twitter, it's at joynewsOnTV. And on WhatsApp, the number is 0560-800,000. Please don't call, just send a message. Let's have a very sweet conversation here. Now, it's been 3 days since a new president was elected in the 2016 election. Now, prior to the elections, we all had expectations and priorities which informed our decision as to whom to vote for. Now, elections are over and we ask, as a citizen, what are your expectations of the president-elect and his new government as transition goes on?
During his time of campaigning, he made a lot of promises. That is why actually most of the Ghanaians, especially the youths, they watched and then voted for him. Right now, he made some promises like tax rebates. He's going to make sure that there's a 20% tax rebate for all businessmen in the system. So we are expecting that from him. And then also talking about employment. See, most of the times, those in Accra here, you can see a lot of people are unemployed. So we are expecting him that all the promises that he made concerning those things, he's going to put them in place. And then also, there are issues concerning corruption, especially in the public sector. We are expecting that at least by his first term or 2 years or at least from 6 months going, we should see that all the promise that he made, he's actually trying to put some in place, or he'll be able to fulfill them.
The elected government or our elected president said right now is about the one district, one factory that he said when he comes, he's going to make sure that every district is going to receive a district, one factory or one dam in one villages and one district, one factory. So I think to my side is going to help with those who have been graduating from Accra Technical University doing science laboratory technology, which they say we are not fully recognized in the medical sector, that's the hospital. So I think if he is able to fulfill the promises that he made about the industry, I think the people who are doing the science laboratory technology course over here, there will be more vacancies in terms of employment that those who will be graduating here, doing the science laboratory technology course, they will be employed. So I'm happy that he's elected now, and then we hope that the promises that he made about the one district, one factory, it will come to completion.
Me personally, as an individual, I would not like to personalize it here because it's not only my vote that took him to power. Actually, a lot of people voted for him. Consider, for instance, this one factory, one district, one factory. I mean, you are expecting him that at least he should do something about it. When you go to some place like Volta region, a lot of people are over there unemployed. They are in their various houses. They don't have anything doing. So you realize that during the election, they voted for him. So we are expecting that when he comes, he will be able to do something about this one district, one factory, and then one village, one dam. When he is able to do it, at least each and every one over there will have, a benefit out of it. But if he's not able to do that, but the next 4 years is just at the corner. You know, Ghanaians, the way we vote, go to the Western world, that is the same thing that they are doing over there. So if he's not able to fulfill all those promises, I think then he himself, he should know better. He should know better.
That's what it appears will be happening from now. After 8 years, Ghanaians feel that let's swap, let's bring in somebody else.
Exactly.
I think it must take a really impressive performance from the government for somebody to say, for Ghanaians to say, okay, maybe let's just give them chance. I think, because we're not too sure of what the change might bring.
But interestingly, Israel, if you look at the way Ghanaians have become discerning, I think a president who doesn't do well, a government who doesn't do well, can even be voted out after 4 years.
I mean, yeah, you can be kicked out after 4 years from the way things are going.
You're right.
So
well, let's check the messages on Facebook.
Okay, so we have some messages coming up on Facebook. Liasu Haruna says, the government of Nana Addo will live up to its promise to make Ghana work again. The youth will get well-paid, sustainable jobs. Israel Sam says, I only hope he can fulfill all his promises because there were too many. Even if he's a good president, presidential material, the promises were plenty. Ciao. Bismarck says, simple expectations. Deliver on his campaign promises. That's all I ask of. After all, he outlined them himself. Kwesi Boateng says, my expectation is for NPP to chase Afreboyome for our money to build the dams. Pope Moore says, all he said was change. And what change what change will he put in place? Richard says, I expect an Akufo-Addo government to employ all employable graduates, pay DKM monies in full, roll out free HSS, scrap and reduce taxes, yet build 216 factories, pay trainee allowances, and most importantly, line Ghanaians up and give them money so we can have money in our pockets as he promised. So help me God. And Moses says they should not forsake the poor. And taking advantage over the economy shouldn't be their policy. Treat everyone equally. And then Ayodele says, Ayodele is promoting his stuff on our page. And Nicholas says, I've started sympathizing with Nana Addo because he's supposed to provide the following as promised. And he lists a whole lot of items. What, 19 items?
Okay.
Right. We can't go through them.
Right. I know you've been wondering why I've not read your messages on WhatsApp.
Aisha, hold on. This one ends. It's actually 22 items,
wow.
And it ends with the work is the Lord's.
So it means
you know that there's the battle is the Lord's.
Okay, so yeah. So now that the battle is over, it's time to do the job. All right. I'm trying to sort out the WhatsApp tablet. I'll get all your messages on in a bit. But after the presidential and parliamentary elections, the NPP, out of 275 parliamentary seats, won a majority of 170 seats, leaving the NDC with just 103 seats. Now, one of the duties of Parliament is to exercise an oversight responsibility on the executive and to keep watch over the public purse. There are concerns, however, that with this overwhelming gap in numbers, the majority is likely to agree and approve proposals by the executive without careful consideration. What do you make of this concern?
It wouldn't be in the form of a rubber stamp, as you say, but I think with the law that has been made in Parliament, the majority carries the vote. I think with that, yeah, I think it should be comparable there. Oh no! I don't think it would be right. I don't think it would be right because the 275 members make the Parliament. So I think they should all agree with every decision that we make in the Parliament. Yeah.
Okay, to me, it's like the majority carries the vote in the Parliament. So whatever decision that is set, it goes to the majority. But sometimes you have to consider the minority to their view. It's necessary. It's not always the majority carries the vote. To me, they should consider the minority too, as well. Yeah. Okay, for the democracy, it says the majority carries the vote, as I said earlier on. So that's why I said, even though majority carries the vote, they should consider the minority too. Since the one opposing, which is the right now the one in Parliament in power is the NPP, so the NDC is opposing, and they are carrying the minority. So their views sometimes be rejected. So they should consider that one to make the democracy move smoothly. Yeah. To me, I don't know what to say about that, but it's all about the majority that we all know. So yeah. So that's the majority carries the vote, but they should consider the minority too as well. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. As I said earlier, that because they all form the Parliament. They all form the Parliament. So if we taking it to be them be the majority in parliament, and some be the minority in parliament. They all form the parliament. So I don't think it will be in such form. I don't think so. I think they should all agree with what every decision that they say. I think they should all agree.
All right, so those were some comments from the streets of Accra. A lot more of the comments are on our Facebook page. Israel, what are they saying? Israel
Sam says, I think decisions will be made to fulfill the benefits of the ruling government, but please, where are the other 2 seats? Even Parliament, these other parties can claim seats. Ghana should just become a 2-party system like USA. Sheikh says, where are the remaining 2 seats? Kwesi Boateng and Epa says, when we get to the bridge, we shall cross. NPP has a brains, so Ghanaians should not worry at all. And Breeze Fraser suggests you ask those who, in their own wisdom, chose this system of government. What if it was 275?
Interesting comments on Facebook, but Israel, what do you think? 170 and 103 in Parliament.
Well, I would want to believe that the 103 members of Parliament on the NDC side are enough to scrutinize and get people, because yes, the MPP, because they have the numbers, could get things passed.
I think it will only work when it's voting time.
But they have the opportunity to raise some of these issues on the floor of Parliament, and the media will pick it up, and then their case will be heard.
Of course, if they have a good case, sometimes the speaker will intervene, and I mean, justice will be done.
And then public opinion too could go in their favor.
A lot. It's only when it comes to voting that's when, I mean, the numbers could work for them. But finally, we all have different personalities, different preferences, and we love different things. One interesting thing though about humans is how we tend to admire our fellow humans more than ourselves. But today we want to focus on ourselves, not just anything on ourselves, but our strengths. So I want you to share with me what you like most about yourself.
The way I like smiling, that's all. Why? It makes me feel comfortable, and then okay, like I feel like released in everything I do.
I feel pain for other people. Like I feel the pain when people feel pain and try to help them. That's what I like about myself.
There are so many things though. I'm humble and kind to people, and that's okay for me.
I'm an analytical person. I'm a student for that matter. Anytime we're in class, when the teacher throws up a question, I try to be a little bit analytical. Analyze the question before I try to answer. And in real life, that's how I am with my friends. When we're having argument and discussion, I try to be analytical and stuff. And as a person, I'm also outspoken. Whenever you see me, I'll try to, speak my mind out all the time. And I'm a very organized person.
Oh, my hair. Because my hair is natural, my hair grows naturally. And then myself, because naturally I'm beautiful. So it's something I like about myself a lot.
All right, so those were some interesting messages coming from the streets. But Israel, let me ask you, what do you like most about yourself?
Well, for me, I like the fact that I don't often go along with public opinion or what others feel.
You normally want to stick with your opinion.
Yes, I can stand my ground, and I usually wouldn't do the things that the typical guy my age would be doing.
Okay, that's lovely.
The resolve to be my own.
Okay, that's fine. So let's see the messages coming on Facebook.
Israel Sam says, I like myself because I'm completely against injustice and I believe in God so much. And I love Wachi and dislike Kinky. That is going food-wise. Prince Nuruddin says, I like myself because I'm disciplined, committed to Allah, confident, jovial, and sociable. Eliasu says, do I even know? My likes of myself are dynamic. Let me see if I think, I think it's about my insatiable love for the needy. Luciano says, my indecisiveness. I can change my mind anytime, making me unpredictable. Sleep says, my auto-response to issues and adventurousness. And Kweku Charles says, my abilities. And Frank Danso says, my confidence and braveness.
That's interesting. The messages are still popping. It's amazing. I don't know. Okay, let's check Twitter trend, and then I'll check which of the messages I can read. They're still popping. That's a very fast.
All right, so let's check out Twitter trends. And Twitter trends, all right, so I posted this photo earlier in the day. Apparently, it's gotten quite a number of retweets, about 315. But the point I was trying to make with this post was that, you know, this is who we are. Let the world know this is who we are. And I was talking about the President John Mahama inaugurating the transition team within 48 hours after declaration of electing the winner of the elections. And here you see so much camaraderie amongst the people in the, yes, the outgoing president and the incoming president, and they're fraternizing. And they're making it look so good. They're making democracy look so good. But let's look at the trends itself. So the #1 trend in Ghana, which has been so for a while now, is CNN Get It Right. And CNN is, you know, coming for quite a bit of bashing because they did a story that and suggested that we tend to stand in queue for basic supplies.
Yeah.
And it's been quite, they've taken quite a bit of bashing. And then there's Trumpet also trending, and what, there's Sarkodie. Okay, so Trumpet apparently is Sarkodie's new music video. Let's go into the CNN Get It Right and read some of the comments there. Okay. So this one says, FJ, he tweets with the handle FJM, says, Americans queue in shops on Black Friday and Cyber Monday to get products. Does that make them poor and suffering? And says CNN Get It Right. And then we was, good morning, CNN. Your journalist, this is Kojo Yankson, your journalist is either incompetent or racist. I see no third opinion. Either way, fire them. And then we also have Megan Horse. As an American, I, of course, had no idea what Wache is. Now I want some. Sounds awesome. It is indeed. It does indeed sound awesome. And Ekiodusa Epoku says, your country protests election results and organize demonstrations. We go to church and jam with our opponent's song. CNN Get It Right. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's who we are.
That's who we are.
And Tata says, if we were queuing, I won't be the only one in the Trotsky this morning. I still love you people.
I think the messages are still popping. I am unable to read the messages. And if we have a trending video or photo, we can take it and see if I can still get some messages. All right. Okay. So let me read this one. It says, Israel. Okay. Interesting times. Oh my goodness.
Let me take this other tweet. So Amegavi says CNN made the corrections to the article. They've now described Ghana like a Dadabee's chop box. And it's on the editor's notes. It says an earlier version of this article incorrectly described the status of the retail economy in Ghana. Stores are generally well stocked and food shortages are rare. And for your information, this whole thing was actually started by Gary L. Smith, our own Gary L. Smith,
yeah.
When he noticed the story. And he was saying that for him, he thought it was, we started off as a joke or something casual. Apparently, it's become something really huge. So it's been trending on Twitter for, I think, about 3 days now.
About 3 days.
It's the third day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So kudos to you, Gary L. Smith, for bringing this up.
Okay, so promises have been made, but it's going to be easy due to the level of corruption and mismanagement. I don't think I get what you're trying to say. Please come again. And this one, Kofi from Tadi says, I'm happy Nana has come. At least there's hope for those of us who are short. And this one says, I don't normally follow the crowd because sometimes the crowd may lead you to wrong side. That's what I like about myself. And it's from KGA inside Obuase. And I think that will be it for the interactive segment. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Have a great week.